Welcome to the best evening sports show on the planet.
Welcome to another edition of Dmv Sports Show. I'm your host, Rousseau McGee. You guessed it, it's Saturday. That's right, it's Saturday to hear the sports that you want to hear on your weekend. I'm the best night host on the planet, Rousseau McGee. Welcome. Take a seat because we're going to have a great night. We got a litany of sports-related topics across the board, but your host, Rousseau McGee, is going to lay them all one by one so that way you can hear it the way you want to hear it on your weekend. So we're going to talk about the Washington Commanders. We're going to have a whole list of stuff that happened with them. We also want to talk about DC Defenders. We're going to talk about the Baltimore Orioles. We're definitely going to talk about the Washington Wizards, Washington Capitals, and the Washington Nationals. Also, don't forget the DC United. So when I tell you we got a long list of sports, we have a long list of sports you just not believe. So the call number is 512-543-4662. And I say again, 512-543-4662. Call in, state your name, where you're from, and what's the topic you want to talk about, and we'll go then for there. So without any ado, let's get into it. So we just had on the 11th, Thursday, we had a NFL schedule. Oh, we have 3 callers here on already. We have Maryland. We also have state your name for the record.
Hey, Rosewood, it's the buddy Gerald.
What's up, Gerald? How you doing, man?
Doing good. Can't complain.
That's what's up. I know Maryland's here. Who else is here?
Steve from DC.
Steve from DC is here, folks. We have a trifecta here. So welcome to the Dmv Sports Show, folks. Like I told you, we got a list of laundry sports for you to know. And we gotta get into it right now. So we just had the NFL schedule. The schedule was released on Thursday, May 11th, and shocker, folks, the Commanders have just approved. Daniel Snyder have just approved the Commanders. So our new owners is Josh Harris and Magic Johnson. So we are now away from Daniel Snyder's tenure. He is no longer a prime owner of the Commanders. Our new schedule states that week 1, we host Arizona Cardinals. How do you feel about that?
And watch out, man. Watch out for the name change in Washington, because I heard now since a new owner bought it, that will become the Washington Red Wolves.
Yes, we will be called the Red Wolves in 5 years' time, which is a good thing because that's what the original name was. Daniel Snyder and Ron Rivera did not want that because they didn't think it fit the Washington brand. So there was a majority of 89% of the fan base loved the Red Wolves name. So therefore, we will be the Red Wolves in 5 years' time. So I can't wait for it. I think the uniform is going to be off the chain. I think the concept and the video editing will be off, just crazy. Just imagining it and how it's going to be shaped is brilliant. But that's just in my head. I just wanted to come out on paper. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about game 1, week 1 of the 2023 season against Arizona Cardinals. We're going to go around the horn. Let's start with Maryland, and then we're going to end with Gerald and then Steve.
Okay. Well, I need to really, look in on the Cardinals and see what kind of team they've got up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Check it out.
Well, I mean, the thing about who they have at quarterback is Kyle Murray. Kyle Murray was hurt majority of the season. He's rested. I don't think he's very quick. He's very agile, great arm, and he has a very understanding of the playbook. The last time we played him, he scored 34 points on us while we had at least 21. I'm not sure of that score, but it was low. We didn't have a running game. We had a passing game. I think we now have a multi-running ability. We have a wide receiving core now. We have a kickoff returner. I think we're more dangerous now than we were when we reached the Super Bowl in 2020. I mean, excuse me, not Super Bowl, playoffs in 2020. So I think we have a really good nucleus of players.
We got a good, I'm saying we're going to win.
Yeah, we're definitely going to move further than what we had before. Gerald, what do you think about Week 1 Arizona Cardinals versus Commanders?
That's going to be a loss for y'all. I'm sorry, but y'all going to lose that for one reason. Kyler Murray.
What part of Arizona is that threatening to give us a L?
Kyler Murray and that receiving core.
Who's on the receiving core?
Look it up. I'm just kidding. I have to go look. I don't remember who's all on that.
No worries.
So you think they're going to be stronger, better, and faster?
Go ahead. Go, Gerald.
It just depends on what Kyler Murray shows up. Because we know there's two sides of Kyler Murray. There's one side of him that he comes out in the first half, plays good, second half falls apart. Then it's the opposite. So really don't know, but I think Kyler Murray is gonna be the ace for the Cardinals in this game.
Okay. All right. Steve. Welcome, Steve. So, what is your thoughts?
Okay, commander in charge here. Okay, let's say it like this. Kyler Murray won't be playing because he's still injured. Okay, so it's going to be a former Redskin commander, Fort McCoy will be playing. The ownership is in disarray because of Big Bidwell, son. So it's going to be in disarray right now. The offensive defensive fronts is in disarray with Arizona. The Commanders should win and win easily.
I listened to everybody's opinion, and I'm gonna go on my own opinion based off the information that I got now in the draft that we have actually went through. What did the Arizona pick up? Who did they add to make themselves better? Who did they pick up to make the quarterback better? Did they pick a quarterback? So those questions, as I see it, doesn't equal to a W against us. What it equals is it's going to be a close game. It could be decided by a touchdown or 3 points. I'm going to go by a touchdown. I think we picked up the majority of talent, and the talent is Emmanuel Forbes and KJ Henry, and Christian Rodriguez Jr. and Kashmir Allen are the primary factors that could propel us to a W. They can't stop Kashmir. They can't stop Christian Rodriguez. They can't even stop Antonio Gibson because they never played against them. So we're going to welcome them with open arms. And they didn't even play against Scary Terry and Johan Dotson. So that's another thing they can't play against. And Curtis Samuels. Let's put Curtis Samuels in there. So
or you put Scary Terry out there, he can catch.
Right. So they really don't have anybody to go deep. They really don't have nobody to pressure. Now on defense, we can give you a whole litany of people on our side that can disrupt that defense quickly. Chase Young, he's still in his 4th year. He got to prove himself. He's going to be hungry. His knee's going to be healed. You got Monte Sweat on the other end. You have Jamie Davis. Jamie Davis, who can run up the gut. You have a lot of weapons. Deron Payne and Fedarius Mathis, who got injured on OTAs. So these are disruptors in the middle and outside of the offense line. Keep in mind, we haven't even got to the secondary yet. We got Benjamin St. Jude. We got Derek Foster. We have the rookie Percy Butler in Arkansas. The guy is a disruptor himself. So these are playmakers we have together. Now, to your credit, I see where you're going. I think most of your decision making is based off of Jack Del Rio. Now, Jack Del Rio has been playing bass from day one, and he has not let go. I'm more concerned about that too. But he has a lot of talent to do a lot of good things, and I see our offensive front doing more of the damage than our defense now because we pick up those many weapons. Yeah. So,
because we need the offense to be out there more.
Yes.
Than the defense.
And that's,
we don't want our defense to get tired.
Correct.
And there's one game I do want to talk about real quick.
Go ahead.
And that's that Thanksgiving Day game, Washington versus Dallas.
Okay. Which one?
Thanksgiving. Dallas versus Washington, November 23rd.
November 23rd. That's Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Thanksgiving game, is that away or home?
That's
Dallas home.
Okay.
That's up in y'all's home stadium.
Okay, so my thing is...
No, wait a minute. That's in Arlington.
Right, that's in Texas. So my thing is, who did y'all pick up to improve the passing game? Because I remember y'all, you were supposed to get a wide receiver. Who did you get?
We picked up that tight end out of what's his name? I think his name now. I don't slip my tongue. But he's another Jason West type tight end.
Tight end. What about wide receiver?
We still got Gallup, Lamb, and who's that other receiver? We picked up one of the free agency, but I have to go back and look. But on defense, we did pick up a run stopper, Matthew Smith out of Michigan.
Right.
We picked up Overshawn out of Texas. Now, Overshawn, he's an explosive player.
I think the tight end you picked up, you could have waited because you already have really good tight ends. I guess you didn't really think of what is it, Escobar? No, it's not Escobar.
Well, the reason why we really got the tight end that we did is he's a blocking tight end. He can help on pass plays.
But you already have a pass and play tight end in that other that tight end that you have. I forgot what his name.
Yeah, but not a blocking tight.
I mean, you already, even though he's a blocking tight end, I mean, it really doesn't matter. You still have a tight end.
But Overshawn, he's a hybrid player. He can play all over that line. So yeah, we still got Parsons. We still got Lawrence. We added Smith and Overshawn to that defense. So our defense could be stacked this year. But then again, I don't know because every year, I see the same consistency.
Right. Do you see?
They start out so good in the first 8, 9 games of the week.
That's what I'm saying. That you just proved my point. They really didn't improve. They just plugged holes. That's my problem. If you really improved, you would have been up in the teens trying to get some of these really good players. A lot of people, a lot of Cowboy fans that I spoke with said they wanted KJ Henry, and KJ Henry was really on the board. That's who they truly want. I mean, that's what they kept touting, and he was there.
Overshawn is a great player.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back and watch this film when he played at Texas.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that you had a speedy, complete line or DE, defensive end, who was considered one of the best defensive end in the nation. Still on the board when y'all picked the dude from Michigan and Overshawn. You decided to go ahead.
We needed a run stopper. We needed a run stopper.
Okay, you need a run stopper. So that what does that mean about Lawrence?
Lawrence is kind of getting up in age now, so I think we got Mazzy to replace him. But maybe they're gonna come up with a new defensive scheme. Where we have both of them in at the same time. I don't know.
Right. No worries. Because what I'm seeing, the reason why I'm questioning is because I don't see improvement. I see whole plugins, right?
Well, just by looking at the schedule.
No. No, Gerald. I'm not questioning you. I'm questioning the Cowboys' motives of how, of how they tried to. But I know y'all played Giants in week 1. And you're going to go against Saquon Barkley, right?
We open up against the Giants, then we go to the Jets, then we got the Cardinals, then we got the Patriots, then we on the bye week. We come back the 29th, but that's all I printed up was. Then so I don't know who's actually on the first. I have to back look. So we got the Rams, the Giants, the Panthers, the Commanders, Buffalo, Miami, Detroit, and then we go to Washington and we got the season against the Commanders.
Right. So here's where I'm seeing right now, and I'm going to be honest with you.
Panthers are going to be improving.
Yeah. So week 1, y'all might win that game. Week 2, you might win that game. 3, you might win that game. You'll lose week 4. You'll lose week 5. Chargers, you might win by one field goal, and then you have a bye week at week 7. Then you come off the bye and play the Rams in LA. You're going to lose that game.
No, that's going to be in Arlington.
Yeah, you're going to lose that game because guess who's the quarterback of the Rams? Baker Mayfield.
Oh, Mayfield ain't nothing.
Are you sure about that? Because guess who is going to be?
Okay, Mike, let me ask you a question. If you're such a good quarterback, why has he been bouncing around the league?
Well, Baker Mayfield hasn't had the original OC. He hasn't had a good OC since he's been in Cleveland. Ever since he's played in Cleveland, they haven't advanced because of the fact he didn't have that much of talent. He had a great wide receiver. He had a good running back, too, a matter of fact, but he didn't have a good wide receiver core. So, therefore, he was not able to pursue a championship in Cleveland as they hoped so. Now, remember, the ownership was actually plugging in because they were having budget cuts. Keep in mind about that as well. So they wasn't giving him. Well, you asked. Oh no, I'm just making a point.
I'm not high on Mayfield right now.
I know you're not. I'm not. The thing about it is, during the Rams' tenure, they have been able to put talent in the defense because of you have Phillip. What is his name? Wade Phillips. Wade Phillips is known to have a really great defense, right? Now, Baker Mayfield, since Matthew Stafford has departed, Baker Mayfield has another head coach who is familiar with fundamentals. And remember, he used to be a commander himself, Sean McVay. So Sean McVay is known to improving quarterback fundamentals. He did it with Colt McCoy. He did it with RG3. He also did it with Kirk Cousins, mainly with Kirk Cousins. So, not RG3. I take that back. It's only Colt McCoy and Kirk Cousins. So,
Yeah.
that's really a good thing. But we'll move on with the Commanders. I mean, excuse me, the Cowboys.
I'm saying just by looking at the schedule.
Yeah.
Dallas is going to go 9-8.
Really? You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, 9-8. All right, we have another caller just came in. I accidentally disrupted his show. I apologize. It's Louis Tenor.
No harm done, Russell. No harm done.
I appreciate it, man. Louis Tenor of the Enhanced Sports Show that you'll see at 4 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays. This man knows his stuff. How you doing, Lou?
All right. And remember, just in case you forgot here, it is 46 time.
That's right.
46 in the other part of the world.
That's right. There you go. So Lou, you came in at the most important time. Guess what? We were just talking about the Cowboys. And Gerald just gave his prediction that the Cowboys are going to go 9-8. What do you think about that?
I'm going to sell for 10-7.
10-7. Wow, that's bold.
Yeah.
So right now,
That's giving them way too much credit there, Luke.
Really?
wow, Lou just went all in. He said, "Listen, I'm going to go 10-7."
Don't get me wrong. I'm a diehard Cowboy fan right here. You know I'm a diehard Cowboy fan. But
Yeah.
season after season, like I said, they started out so good during the first half of the season.
Well,
Then after that 5 weeks, that's when they start falling apart.
Right. Okay.
well, let's go and look at, like we just did the first 7 of the Cowboys. Let's do the rest of them. Now I just said that, and Lou, you could disagree with me or you agree with me. I just said that at week 8 they played the LA Rams in Arlington, Texas. I told Gerald that you're going to lose this game because Baker Mayfield is going to be at the helm. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I wouldn't put anything against Baker Mayfield, knowing what reputation he has. So I think maybe that Gerald might be legit on that, because he has been a troublemaker since junior year in college, and his reputation has only gotten worse.
Okay. All right. But I'll take that. The next one is week 9 at Philly, which I have another loss.
With Philly improving on that defense, going out and getting half the Georgia Bulldog defense,
Right.
that's going to be a tough game. That's really going to be a tough game.
And keep in mind they also went after Swift from the Detroit Lions, who is a pretty good scat back himself. So that's going to be a really good test for you and that Michigan player that you drafted to stop the run, which is going to be one heck of a thing.
It's going to be a good test for Dufon too.
Yeah, Define. Yeah, that's going to be one heck of a thing that y'all going to see if that guy really stands corrected. Then you play week 10 in New York against the Giants. Yeah.
That should be another win.
Yeah, I think you'll probably get that W. And then Carolina week 11. And then on Thursday night, Thursday
Carolina,
afternoon.
With them improving, that's going to be a loss.
Yeah,
I'll buy that.
I think there's going to be a real problem when Seattle comes to Arlington after Thanksgiving, and y'all play at a night game. So that's going to be.
only thing that really scares me about Seattle right now is if you see the after Geno Wilson ball last I mean, he made me look like a big idiot. I was saying Geno washed up, he's done, but after last season, after what I've seen that Geno can do, this is going to be another tough game for us.
Yeah, not only that, they have two really good running backs. And then Metcalf. Metcalf is unstoppable when he has the ball. And then, yes, you said when Geno is hot, there's no stopping what Geno's doing. But you got to hope Geno throws an INT twice in the game just to hope you could turn around the game. So that's going to be a tough.
Not only can Geno do it with his arm, but he can do it with his legs too.
Absolutely. And that's I think that's where your test comes in. Can you stop and keep Geno in the pocket? Yeah. So the last.
Because if we force Geno outside the pocket, he's going to tear our secondary up. Yeah,
absolutely. Let's move on to this game. I want to move over Philly and at home, but I want to go directly to this game. This is the test whether you move forward or not. This game will say everything. Week 15 at Buffalo Bills in Buffalo.
Ooh.
Yeah, in the cold. They're strong in the cold.
And everybody knows that Dallas is not a cold weather team.
Right. And not only that, you have to do a snap count with all the decimals of the fans yelling at Dak Prescott. There's no way you're going to win this game. I'm sorry.
And also another thing too that we had to worry about with the Bills, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, leg and arm, and not only the wide receiver. The wide receiver is not other than Stephon Diggs. Yeah, you're going to have to do a whole range of stuff.
And that's going to be brother against brother. We got
even better.
So it's going to be which brother can outdo the other brother.
Well, I'm pretty sure Josh Allen is going to rule that saying. But
Gerald, remember, it all depends on whom I'm best. Have to keep that in mind.
Do what?
It depends on whom I'm best.
Yeah, but then again, you got to look at Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and that running back that Buffalo has.
I'm going to say, after looking at this list, I don't think it's going to be 9-8. I think you're going to go 9. I think you're going to go 9-7, and you're probably going to be in the wild card based off what I'm just.
So, wait, 9-7 is only 16 and 17 games now. So I think
I'm sorry. 9-8, yeah, because it is. You're right. I think you might go.
I thought you were thinking 9-16-1, but okay.
Well, I mean, I won't say you tie. I wouldn't say you tie because
we will go 9-8 and make the playoffs.
I think you make the play. I think you a wild card team. Honestly, this is a wild card game. I'm looking at the schedule. I'm actually playing the scenarios in my head, and I do this every year. And I sometimes comes out right and sometimes come out wrong. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Look, this schedule that the Cowboys have is the fourth toughest schedule.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it sounds like it is.
It is, and I'm looking directly at it. And the one thing that I can honestly say that y'all don't have is the Kansas City Chiefs up here. If y'all had the Chiefs up here, this would be a really tough thing for y'all to even consider yourself a playoff team. But
because of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So
and that tight end that the Chiefs have, what's his name? Kelsey.
Yeah, Kelsey. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, I y'all look like a playoff team. Y'all might be on the hunt based off because I think Detroit Lions are looking pretty decent with their head coach making them an improvement. So you're gonna win.
Jared Goff showed a little bit of an improvement
Yes, he did. Absolutely, I agree with you there, Gerald. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch up real quick. We're gonna go directly. Go ahead.
Houston and Birmingham. This is a close game in the fourth quarter.
What?
5 minutes and 56 seconds left in the fourth. It's 14-13.
The game.
What game is this?
This is Birmingham and Houston.
United States Football League.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too sold. I'm like the I like the XFL because it's more to the NFL. I think the USFL is more like a Southern championship. That's more placated to
Hey,
the.
in football, it feels I need.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying that it's not exciting. I just consider it not to be the regular thing. It's more I see a high school and college team playing together in the USFL. You know, I don't really see it as the XFL. I mean, the real NFL and XFL type of thing.
See,
But
I just watch it because it feels my need for football in the NFL.
of course,
Right.
and it's a stimulation of adrenaline rush that you need on an everyday basis. I get it. I just don't see the correlation to the NFL and XFL that you see on a regular basis during the season. You see more of a
No.
college football versus high school
Right.
football. But we'll get into that. We're gonna go and look at the other schedule, the Commander schedule, and we're gonna break down that as well. Now we're gonna look at it from top to bottom as we did with the Dallas Cowboys.
Tough schedule.
We really have a really horrible schedule, and
It's like this. The NFC East and the AFC East got the eighth toughest schedule in the NFL.
yes, we
It
do.
is.
And
Yeah.
and the thing about it is, folks, there's no breathing room for us. No breathing room. I'm
There's
looking.
no prison for the Cowboys either.
I know.
Yeah, I
I
heard Sarah talking about that. Oh man.
and here is schedule. Now, I kind of looked at week 2, right? I looked at week 2 and I'm like, yo, we got this. And then I'm like, oh snap, we're going against Russell Wilson in Denver. So it's not really a really gimme game. So I'm like, this is horrible. We just finished
No,
beating it.
because Denver now has Sean Payton. And
Yes.
we know what kind of coach Sean Payton is.
Absolutely.
Sean Payton can come in within 2 years to turn the team around.
But see, the good thing about it is Sean Payton's on offense, not defense. And we got a ranked 3 defense from last year. So that plays into our favor a little bit. So we might win by 3. We might win on a technicality. We might win by a penalty. We never know. But I'm kind of scared now because Sean Payton and Russell Wilson is going to come together and like we could take him. And then I look at week 3.
Oh yeah.
You know, when Sean Payton was with the Saints,
Right.
when Wilson came into the draft,
Yeah.
Sean Payton wanted to back Russell Wilson as the Saints.
Yep. That's the truth. That's absolutely true. And
So
that's
he sees something in Wilson that we don't.
well, he's going to have full ownership. He's going to be GM and he's going to be owner and he's going to not owner, but he'll be GM and head coach. But the next game that I want to talk about has a little bit of benefit and a little bit of anxiety mixed around to it. I'm just going to go ahead and sit it. Week 3. Week 3. Well, we got to balance. We got to balance it and win this one. I mean, at least I can hope. Buffalo Bills at home. So it will be Josh Allen's first only time being in DC. And not only that, Stephon Diggs as well. So this team will see us for the very first time. Now, they haven't been with our defense, but one time. Yeah, and they won. And this is where I said the little balance of anxiety and a little happiness. It sounds like I'm schizophrenic, but I'm not. But it sounds like we can actually we can actually win by 3 points with this team, or win with a technicality or a penalty. Moving on, but we then travel to Philly. Now this game,
We got the good coaches that I feel like we do.
yeah, I mean,
It's going to come out better than you think.
yeah, and that's what I was saying. I think we might have a shot if the Bills are unexpected what we could do at home. All they got to do is look at our previous tape, but that's not going to say who we got now and how we play.
Yeah.
So we might shock them. We might not. I think I'm 50-50 here. So I go to week 4 and we go travel to Philly. Now we beaten Philly at home so many times. We actually went on at Monday night and scored 32 points on them. So
But now here's my question to you, Razoo.
What's up?
Who's y'all's quarterback now?
So right now we have 2 quarterbacks. No. So right now we Ron Rivera has said that our quarterback situation is open. So whoever plays in the 3 games in the preseason will become our quarterback. But Ron Rivera also said that Sam Howell will be our quarterback moving forward. So right now that statement stands true. Then Sam Howell is our quarterback.
Now, if I was Ron Rivera, I would have cut Sam Howell and kept Heineke.
Well, that's the general thought. That was the general thought because Heineke was asking for $10 million. So what happened was Atlanta said, you know what? You need $10 million, we'll give you $10 million. And he got $10 million to go to Atlanta. Now, we drafted a quarterback, and now we're entertaining a quarterback out of, I think it's South Dakota. And this is a black quarterback. And I say this because that's how they would, determine it. But in this case, it says a lot that we did that. So now we have Sam Howell. Well, we did want Dak Prescott because Dak Prescott didn't want to be in Dallas. But, Jerry Jones said that he wanted Dak to be there because he proven to be a commodity rather than a liability there. But y'all were gonna draft another quarterback, but you decided not to. So you started going to interior and exterior offense and defense. So with that being said, we really don't know who we want because we got Jacoby Brisket as a potential backup. So I'm thinking Brisket will probably win out the starting position and become the number 1 quarterback. Yeah, Brissett. Excuse me. I said Brisket.
He's a good back. He's not worth anything as a starter.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. He has an arm. He has legs. He's very smart. He knows how to throw he doesn't throw interceptions that much. And he can throw the deep ball. Now, Sam Howell, he won a game. I get him that. He deserves to win that game. But we're talking about 18 weeks of nonstop opponents.
That's what's going to be a challenge.
Yes. And that's my fear, that if he could throw touchdowns versus interceptions, then we got a shot. If he throws, if he runs for a touchdown more than,
going to be able to run a game.
Yes. So that is a great question, Marilyn. So we have one of the best.
Because we're going to need both.
Well, we have 3 running backs. We really have 3 running backs.
We got 4 running backs, but if you look at Sam Howell, North Carolina stats, and if you look at his last year playing in North Carolina, and remember he got his starting wide receiver on the Commanders too, He plays. He got an arm, and he can run. He can run faster than Heineke and go a bar deeper than Wentz.
Well, we're not comparing him to Wentz.
We got a jump. We got a jump of a quarterback.
Well,
I can't compare him to Heineke when Heineke's the one that came out and we won all those games.
Right.
I gotta say.
But you gotta look at it another way.
That's right there.
We had Alex Smith. We had Alex Smith, but we went 5-1. Remember, Alex Smith threw a lot of interceptions, but we went 5-1. This idea was that won this game. And Heineke did play good against Tampa Bay in that playoff.
Sat down with Heineke and showed him up, and that's when he started burning me.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna go back to what Sue said. We had the number 3 defense. We shot our 22nd in half defense.
Right.
We just picked up 2 cornerbacks, a linebacker, and we took the left tackle from Pittsburgh, and we took.
I was just getting to that. See, you reading my mind, Steve. You reading my mind. I was just about to say that. But listen, check this out. I just pulled up Sam Howell's stats in North Carolina. Check this out. Overall, his career, he had
but he did play this last year.
Right. So I'm gonna get to that too, Maryland. Hold on. So his completion rating was 713. His attempt was 1,117. His quarterback rating, or his completion percentage, was 63.8. Yards he thrown was 10,283, and his yards after catch, or yards attempted, was 9.2. His yards after attempted was 9.9. Touchdowns, 92. Interceptions, 23. Quarterback rate, 164.2. Now, in that statement, I understand he's one of the best quarterbacks in North Carolina's history. I have no problem with that. Here's where we go to the pros. I'm going to show you the pros, and this is going to be revealing. So I like how they characterize this, because it shows Sam Howell against his overall stats in the NFL. Right now with the Commanders, his career is 57.9, 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 83 quarterback rating. Now, that's one game. I get that. Don't come at me. I understand it's one game in a season. He needs more reps. I get that also. He needs more games to flourish into the quarterback we want. But what needs to be tested is this year. If he becomes number 1, he's going to need a whole lot of help. He's going to need the team. He's going to need his legs. Yeah. He's going to need his arms.
That's that same thing. They got to quit.
Right, exactly. So
and
it's
they've got to rely on each other. They got to know
exactly, because this schedule we have is one of the toughest. Now, to go back what Steve said about our tight the tackle, we got one of the most roughest tackles in history. That you compare him to 2 of the greats that was a Commander, Trent Williams and what's his name? Oh man, I had the name in my head. He was one of the
Sheriff.
No, Sheriff was the guard. Sheriff was the guard. No, Trent Williams. There was another one though. There was another one, and he was one of the left tackles we had from Temple. I forgot his name.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
he's gone. So we picked up actually 4 people from tackle. I mean, don't forget the 2 guys from Chicago that we got.
Right. Right.
You know, so we look. But even though people said we had a bad offensive line, they led the league in left holding, left moving off sides and stuff. You know, the last time we had holding calls was
Trey Johnson.
Number 76, offense. Repeat first down. Remember him?
Right.
Okay.
So the tackle that I was referring to, Trey Johnson.
Yeah.
So Trey Johnson resembles this guy that we got, along with other greats, to be on the original line. We actually are starting to build what we wanted for a long time, and we started seeing results right off the paper. So now the problem is, just like we just went over the Cowboys schedule here, let's go to the schedule ourselves, because it's something. and like I said, we have to determine whether it's a win or a loss, right? So right now, Cleveland, these are the preseason: Cleveland, Baltimore Ravens, and Bengals is the last one. Now we go into the season. September 10th, Arizona. I say it's going to be a win. Gerald said it was going to be a loss. Denver, I say it depends if it's going to be a field goal or not. Buffalo Bills at home, we never know. Eagles, we know. I have a feeling we're going to win in Philly. Now, this is where it becomes tricky. The next one is week 5, October 5th, against Chicago Bears. We host the Bears at night. I think the last time the Bears came over, we got crushed completely. But they don't have a Khalil Mack. They don't have a Khalil Mack. They don't have anybody on offense or defense to stop us for real. I think we might shock a little people. I think the next game is where we get a loss. Atlanta Falcons, because Heineke is going to be at quarterback. I think that's where our loss comes from. I think we. Why you think? And of Falcons, you think? Listen, the Dirty South Birds have had our number when we had what's his name?
We have Mathis. We got a linebacker now.
True.
We got a defense that can stop them now.
True, but you have to also.
We got running back. We got running back not committed now.
True.
People ain't gonna know who I tied in now.
But let's.
Who does? We got EB as our offensive coordinator now.
Well, here's the thing. Eric Bieniemy is our offensive corner. I agree.
It's a new coach.
It's a new team.
No, I agree. But
remember the last couple of years.
We rebuild every year because of all the
or second and third down. People knew what we were going to do. This is a whole new coach who brought Kansas City, like I said, championship form. And the same thing he's going to do to the Commanders. Guess what? It's an all or nothing win this year for the Commanders.
Well, see, I agree with that. I agree with that, Steve. What I'm saying.
Who's going to be our coach? Okay.
Who's going to be our coach?
Eric Bieniemy.
You think he's going to be our head coach?
He's going to be our head coach.
You know what? I don't know if he could go through cancer like coaches Rivera.
Right.
And still coach.
I'm just telling
I'm going to tell you
who's going to
who's
win.
stronger.
He's going to the
I'm going
playoffs.
to tell you who's stronger and who's smarter.
We're going to win.
I'm sorry, Steve.
So if you look at this,
We're going to win.
here's the thing. This is why I say it was going to be a loss, because the Falcons over the last the last game we won at home. When the the last 3 we played against the Falcons, we lost at place because of the fact hold on, Steve, hold on. Because if you look at their defense, they have 6 foot 300 pounders playing against our 5'11", 6'1" offense. And not only did we lose badly, we lost in the fourth quarter. And when we lost in the fourth quarter, it was because of special teams. And what happened? Our special teams had blocked the punt. Or did he not? All right. Hello?
Wow, it's just he's just beating up on Birmingham now.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's I think that Houston's gonna win though. Going
27-13 with 41 seconds left in the game.
Yeah. Houston will win that one. Steve, like I was saying, Atlanta Falcons. Red was originally from Seattle Seahawks, and he split our special teams and blocked the punt. That's the same thing that happened the last 2 games of the last game, and then when we were playing them one time before, we had Kirk Cousins, and he threw the interception, and they ran it the opposite way for a touchdown. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but we beat them last year, though.
Yes, we did. We beat them last year because they had Marcus Mariota, right? Marcus Mariota was actually pretty good, but we had Heineke in the last minutes.
No, we beat them with what was the quarterback before he left?
Yeah, we had Heineke. Heineke won that game for us.
No, we had Heineke, but we beat them with we didn't beat them with Mariota.
We beat Dallas and we beat the Eagles with Heineke.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And that was hands down.
No, we beat the Cowboys with how?
That was the last game of the season though. But we're in the beginning.
Yeah.
In the beginning, we beat the Cowboys with Heineke.
Yeah. With how?
Oh no. We lost that game against the Cowboys. You're right. And then Howell beat the Cowboys. Yeah, you're right. But the thing about it is that's where the loss will come from because of their defensive line that's massive 7-foot dudes that are 300 pounds that can move laterally. That's unheard of. I never seen that before in my whole entire life, and the Falcons have already done it. So let's go ahead and move forward with the next one, and that is the New York Giants. Now, New York Giants at home are lethal. We actually beat the New York Giants at home twice. So I don't know if we could contain Barkley, we might win that game. The Eagles.
We got Mathis this time. So
we'll see. We'll see how it plays out because Mathis has to prove himself as well as well as Chase Young. So if Chase Young and Mathis go off the chain, we got it.
You see the defensive first game of the season with Mathis and stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you, but they still got to prove themselves because they want to be on this team. They have to work really, really hard.
Money here for him and Sweat. This is money here for both of them. So they gotta play good. If they play good, like I said, they got the money. They should sign both of them. So if they don't play good, Merry Christmas is over. Okay.
So let's move on. We got the Eagles at home on the 29th, week 8. That's going to be depending if they're in the hunt for a playoff. I think we'll sweep the Eagles. I think we will sweep the Eagles because I don't think the Eagles are that good. I think they're going to be okay. I think they're going to probably score at least 30 points to other teams, but we always keep them honest. We probably beat them at home.
What
We'll
I don't understand is why
what?
they had a great team. They went to the Super Bowl, and then they start getting all the Georgia Bulldogs.
Well, here's the
in
thing.
draft.
Here's what I see. This is a great question that Maryland brings up, and I really love this question because I have an answer for it. They're picking
Okay.
all the Georgia Bulldogs because Georgia Bulldogs are champions because they went to the championships previous year and won it. So they're stalking up all the athleticism of the Georgia Bulldogs to take on the Chiefs. They're taking on the Chiefs to see if they can beat them, and then all they got to worry about is who's ever on the top. So they believe they're number one. Nobody can beat them. So that's why they're doing it. So
yeah, because I saw how much work it's going to be paid.
Right. So
Wow.
we go to New England on week 9. Now, New England, we have won at Foxborough, I think, maybe before Tom Brady, 0 time. I remember we had Jason Campbell at the helm, and we lost really badly, 51-7. That's when they had Junior Seau, and we got creamed on national television. That was one time I remember we had 50 points on. Seattle week 10. I think we're going to win Seattle because I think the team is going to bum rush the crap out of Geno Smith. Geno Smith is not going to escape. He might have an arm, but he's not that mobile when he's out of the pocket, especially when Chase Young is on that left side, especially when Montez Sweat is on the right side.
Yeah.
And I think you got Mathis and Deron Payne in the middle. Yeah, there's no way. And then you got Jamie Smith up the middle. You got a whole bunch of other stars. I'm pretty sure we're going to win that game in Seattle. It's going to be tough, but we got it. New York Giants at home. I think we lose that game because Saquon Barkley is a running force. At Dallas, at 4:30 on CBS on the 23rd. I say we win by 3. Depending on it. Who's that? Let's see. Steve left. Don't worry. No worries. Oh, he came back. Welcome back, Steve.
Okay, sorry.
No worries,
Nice.
man. Welcome back. So we're just going over the second half of the season. We're almost at Miami. Now, Miami is, depending on who they got, they let go of they let go of I think he retired. Tua, I'm pretty sure I saw he retired. I'm not sure. But Tua, I don't know. Tua, the quarterback. I'm not sure. Let me check on that.
Yeah.
Well, he has conscious problems and stuff, and I think he should retire because, like I said, one more hit could put him out completely.
Yeah, I think he should retire as well because he had too many hits, and yeah, I think. So the question is Tua retiring? Will play. He will play in 2023. But he admitted that the thought of retiring has suffered multiple concussions in the past. I'm considering for a time. Tua Tagovailoa is told reporters on Wednesday. So he is considering retirement for a time, for a long time. So this would be the defining year where he decided if he would continue on or not. Well, folks, it's 7:00. And I swear, this has been the best debate ever. We are actually at our limit, but we didn't even get to the really good stuff. Like Baltimore is 25-13, second in the AOUT. Tampa Bay is 30-11. The Yankees are 23-18. Boston is 22-17. Toronto is 22-16, And folks, when I tell you the Baltimores are on fire, they're inferno. All right. Hats off to the NBA playoffs. Yo, the Lakers won against the Warriors. I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
The Nuggets are coming to game one open-handed, and then all tied up series, 76ers and the Celtics, 3-3 all. Folks, there's no light of day in the basketball right now. What about the Miami Heat and the Knicks? Well, let's talk about them right now. They are right in the mix of things. Let's see what's going on here. We're going to give you a whole bunch of games here. The Knicks are now out. Miami swept them 4-2. Hats off to the Knicks for making to the playoffs. You did give Miami a run for their money. With that being said, I want to thank Gerald, Lou, Steve, Marilyn, the coach, for all coming in and participating in this great debate about the schedule. But you know what? Don't worry about it. Next week, we got a whole lineup just for you to comment, come on in, and talk about what you need to talk about. Because we're going to talk in depth about basketball, football, and soccer and baseball. Folks, you're awesome. Have a great weekend. Less stress, more work. That's right. Happy Mother's Day to Marilyn. And happy all Mother's Day to everybody out there. You deserve the best. Sleep well, be safe, eat well, celebrate with your kids, because today is your day, mothers. And you're human first, everything second. So go conquer your dreams, because you're conquerors by definition. Thank you so much for coming in. God bless you too. God bless everybody. Be safe. Have fun. Enjoy the rest of your week, day, weekend. And I'm out. Thank you so much. Peace.
Thank you. Take care.
Later, alligator. And thank you for coming in and sharing your thoughts with me. I'm your host, Rasul McGee, the greatest night show host on the planet. Hands down. I'm out. Be safe. Have a great weekend.